Primetime local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
The deteriorating conditions in Haiti have prompted the Canadian Embassy to pull most non-essential staff out. One Lakeland politician remains stranded in the country. MD of Bonnyville, Reeve, Barry Kolinsky, has been in Haiti since February 26th on a mission trip and now can't get out. We spoke with Deputy Reeve Josh Crick about the situation.
I am meeting with Josh Crick from the MD of Bonnyville, and right now, Josh, things are a little tense at the office, I'm sure, with the Reeve being stuck in Haiti. What can you tell me about the situation?
Well, he's there serving on a missions trip. He's gone there for over 10 years and served many times at there's an orphanage there. He's aware that there's been some travel advisories, but that doesn't stop him from going in to help people that need the help, which is quite an honorable cause, I think. When he got there, he had a flight plan to come out, and then of course things kind of hit the fan there, and yeah, so now he's kind of stuck there for trying to get out, but we're not sure when.
Right. I did see some video where he says he's in good spirits and that he is in a safe spot. What do you know has been done as far as trying to get him home?
I don't have any really, I guess, concrete evidence of what's been done, but I know there is, like, he's got there people working on it, trying to get him out of there. I think our government is trying to help him get out of there. Yeah.
Right. Now, the embassy has pulled some of its staff that are non-essential. So I think the situation has gained a little bit more seriousness over the last few days. Is there much communication, I guess, between the MD and the Reeves family as far as supporting them at home?
I know my wife has talked to the Reeves wife. I think she's doing well, but obviously like her husband home, I'm sure. And he's safe where he's at, so he's not, like, most of the stuff is by Port-au-Prince, and he's in a different area a few hours away, so he's relatively safe where he's at there.
Okay. And you're filling in, I understand, as Deputy Reeve, you're filling in for him. Has there been anything at the MD level that's needing urgent attention in his absence?
No, just regular council meetings that we've had, and I mean, we don't like to see him back safe, so we're praying that he has a safe trip back, and hopefully he's back soon.
All right. Well, Josh, those are my only questions for you. I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me here today, and hopefully we have a good resolution for this and he gets home soon.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing him, and I imagine that'll be pretty exciting for his family when they're all united together again.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, thanks for your time today.
All right, thank you.
Lloydminster is looking to prepare for the future by expanding the existing landfill. The Lloydminster Waste Management Facility covers approximately 50 hectares. In 2007, the first cell for the facility was implemented and now must be expanded to accommodate the incoming waste.
So there's individual cells, and each of these cells have a liner to protect any runoff. It's called leachate, to protect any groundwater, that sort of stuff. And so these cells are made to accept garbage, and over time they do fill up, and they need to be, another one needs to be built, and that one capped off.
The project is anticipated to cost roughly $3 million and must be completed within the year.
Another 5+ years of garbage acceptance, and then from there, so the administration has figured out how to best fit that into our current landfill, and yeah, we've thankfully it has come under budget, which is always nice in this day and age to see a tender go out and come back under budget.
Construction is expected to begin in May and will be completed no later than November. Abby St. John joins me now, and Abby, we're heading into the weekend. What can we expect for the weather?
We can expect some sunshine, a little bit of wind. We did experience that today. It was on the windier side all throughout today, but it was quite sunny out, which means that the snow is melting and the ice and things are slushy and uneven. And so I definitely almost slipped and fell a couple of times this morning, but luckily I stayed on the ground, or on my feet, not on the ground. But we're currently sitting at 7 degrees, which is always nice, and it feels only closer to +3 with the wind chill, so it's not too bad. However, the wind speed is at 33 kilometers per hour, so it is really windy, but that's what we saw pretty much all throughout today with wind. I definitely had some hair in my face, but we did see a lot of sunshine, which is always nice, and that's going to continue hopefully into the weekend as well. But current temperatures in Alberta, 7 degrees also out in Vermilion and Marwayne, 8 in Provost, Wainwright, St. Paul, Bonnyville, and Cold Lake, 9 in Lac La Biche and Vegreville, and 10 out in Edmonton. In Saskatchewan, 2 up in Isle La Crosse, 8 in Pierceland and Macklin, 4 in Green Lake, 5 in Meadow Lake, 7 in St. Walburg, and 6 in Maidstone and in North Battleford. Overnight tonight in North Battleford, they will drop down to -9, partially cloudy, and it'll be a little bit on the cooler side just with that -9, but the wind shouldn't be too much of a problem, only at 9 kilometers per hour. And then tomorrow, expect a daytime high of 0 degrees, but a pretty sunny day. There will be a little bit of cloud coverage throughout the day, but for the most part, it should be relatively sunny. And then the wind, again, shouldn't be too much of an issue, only around 9 kilometers per hour. Overnight tonight in Cold Lake will drop down to -5. A little chilly, not too bad, but it will be mostly cloudy skies, 9 kilometer per hour winds as well. And then tomorrow, a daytime high of +3, intervals of clouds and sun. So a little bit of mix throughout the day. So some periods may be a little bit more cloudier or sunnier than others. So it'll be a mix for tomorrow. And again, don't really need to worry about that wind too much, only around 9 kilometers per hour. Overnight tonight here in Lloydminster, we will also be at -5, partially cloudy skies. So again, we will have a relatively nice evening out tonight as well. And that wind should slow down as we go into the evening, around 9 kilometers per hour. And then tomorrow, just to break down the day, around 6 a.m., it will be partially cloudy, -4, 6 kilometer per hour winds. So it won't be too windy out tomorrow, which is very nice. Partially sunny tomorrow, a mix of sun and cloud, -1 around noontime, 9 kilometer per hour winds, 7 kilometer per hour winds by 6 p.m. as we get into the evening, and we'll be around +1, mix of sun and cloud, and then by midnight it will be around -6, mostly clear skies and 11 kilometer per hour winds. Over the next 3 days, like I said, a high of +1 and a low of -9 for tomorrow. On Sunday, it should be a very sunny day out as well, with a high of 4 and a low of -1. And then on Monday, expect a pretty sunny day out. It will be breezy in the morning, but we'll have a daytime high of +9 and a low of -6. So we're looking forward to the next couple of days filled with sunshine. But as a first look at your evening weather forecast, we'll have more news coming up after the break.
I'm here right now. Joining with us is Brandy Schwenk, the president and the founder of I Love Alberta Booths. To tell us more about the Rock for a Cure concert. Thank you so much for joining with us.
Yes, thank you for having me. Yeah, our big fundraiser, we are in year 14, which is crazy. And we are holding it, this March 23rd. And it'll be at the Stockade, or the WLS Convention Center. And we've got Chronic Rock coming back. This will be their 5th year performing for us, and they're fantastic. All kinds of music they'll play. And then we've got a local band, Blocks Buds, that are joining us this year too. So it's going to be a great night.
And since Rock for a Cure is a fundraising concert, you said 14 years, it's like been running for 14 years. So I would say 2010 started it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm assuming that there's a lot of changes going on in all those 14 years. What changes? Like, what are the challenges that you face on making this fundraising work for the community?
Yeah, we started in a small bar with a band I was friends with. We just thought, let's try and put a music night together, have a little silent auction, and see where it goes. And I think we had 80 to 100 people show up that night. And we raised some money. Honestly, after 14 years, I don't remember how much, but we just kind of grew it from there. The next year, we're like, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Eventually, we got into some bigger name bands, and we had a great time with them. After, I can't even remember what year, I guess, 5 + 2, 7 years ago, we decided to try a cover band, who is Chronic Rock that I was mentioning, out of Edmonton. And they have just been a crowd killer. Like, everybody loves them.
And it's important as well that this is a fundraising for breast cancer, I'm assuming, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a very great for the community to get together, have a fundraising to help for a greater cause. In terms of the fundraising, what are the changes, or what is new for this year's Rock for a Cure?
Well, I should mention where our money goes first. So we donate through the Lloydminster Region Health Foundation directly to local families here in Lloydminster and surrounding areas. So they apply online, and we give out 3 per quarter. And right now, we've been able to do about $1,800 per person per quarter. So that's amazing. So with the community, though, we just love everybody coming out and supporting us. So this Rock for a Cure, we've actually invited a couple of our past recipients to join us, as long as they were healthy enough to attend. So we're just really happy to have them. We're happy to have the community, and just happy to be able to help people.
Now, it's very important having that type of fundraising, but let me tell you, like in your personal experience, why is it important? How is it important having this fundraising for breast cancers, for fundraising for Breast Cancer Foundation?
Yeah, that's a great question. I met my friend Rebecca at a walk to end women's cancers in Calgary years ago. I want to say 2009, somewhere in there. And Rebecca was amazing. She was a fighter. She had breast cancer. It was, she fought it many, many times. It would come back, and she fought. She even had a t-shirt that said, "Yes, they're fake. My real ones tried to kill me." She was incredible. So she helped me found I Love Alberta Boobs. In 2017, she lost her battle with cancer. And it was heartbreaking, but actually going to the hospital and watching her in her final days, watching her family struggle, they had to pay for parking, they had to pay for food, they had to pay for all these incidentals that just seem ridiculous when somebody's dying. And that's when we kind of decided, you know what, we're going to give our money directly to people fighting it, because we know food costs money, gas costs money to get to the major cities. There's lots of drugs that aren't covered under provincial or government plans. So we just wanted to be able to help them out even a little bit.
So it's basically more of a support for them while fighting for cancer. Still like a small gesture of support for them. Is
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
And for some people that wants to join in, can you give us like how much is the ticket? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And what time, and again, where is it going to be held?
Yeah, for sure. So tickets are $50. If you want a table of 8, it's actually specially reserved for you with your name on it. Tables of 8 are $400, and we are down to about 10 tables and not very many single tickets left. So if people want to get them, they should be phoning us right away. All the info is on our website, ilovealbertaboobs.ca. And yeah, so it's going to start at 7 o'clock on Saturday, the 23rd. Doors open at 7, and Blox Buds are playing as people come in. So they'll be welcoming, and the rest of the show starts at 8.
Awesome. And for some people that I would say are not able to go into the concert, but they're willing to help, is there any way that people can help or donate?
Yes, for sure. We're always looking for silent auction donations. Our silent auction is usually huge, and it's just such a great way to see the community jump in that way too, especially for those that can't attend. We also accept cash or e-transfer or check donations too, and tax receipts can be issued for those ones. So yeah, there's lots of different ways to help. We're also looking for volunteers for setup and takedown. So if people want to, they can go on the website and get a hold of me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving us the information of Rock for Cure, and wish you all the best, and hopefully it's going to be much more bigger for this year and next. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
This weekend, the Lloydminster Ukrainian Cultural Association is very excited to present the Lloydminster Ukrainian Dancing on the Border Festival. The festival starts today, and it's going to continue tomorrow and Sunday at the Vic Juba Community Theatre. And this festival, it brings dancers from Alberta, Saskatchewan, and it also features some local dancers that are going to be on stage at the Vic Juba Community Theatre. If you want to head out and take in this great festival, you can get all the details online at vicjubatheatre.ca, or just head to the Vic Juba Community Theatre, get your tickets there, and enjoy some great talent this weekend at the Lloydminster Ukrainian Dancing on the Border Festival. Get a bingo, win a delicious pie, and Support 4-H? That's what you've got the opportunity to do coming up tomorrow. The Hillmont 4-H Club, they're hosting a pancake supper and dessert bingo. Pancake supper, they're going to start serving that at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon, and then dessert bingo begins at 5:30. And they say that every bingo is going to win a delicious dessert, plus you get to support the Hillmont 4-H Club. Head to the Hillmont Hall coming up tomorrow afternoon for a great meal and a lot of fun playing bingo. And coming up on Monday afternoon at the Legacy Centre, the Lloydminster Learning Council is hosting their annual Seniors Information Fair. There's going to be information on items from housing to recreation to health and more. The event is free to attend, so head to the Legacy Centre on Monday afternoon anytime between 1 and 3. Well, whatever you choose to do this weekend, we hope you stay safe and stay healthy.
What's Happening is brought to you by Northern Factory Workwear, Circle Drive East, Saskatoon, and Highway 17 South, Lloydminster.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery, downtown Lloydminster.
I'm happy to be joined today on Primetime Local News by Mark Blanchette, who is the organizer of the Border City Tattoo Expo, which is coming up again here shortly. Mark, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Well, let's talk about this year's event. How is it going to be different from last year's event, which was so successful?
So this year we've actually expanded the show a little bit, utilizing the upstairs area that has the food there, hopefully bringing in some farmer market goods and that kind of thing, as well as opening up a little bit more space on the ice surface and bringing in more artists. We had such a great outcome and feedback from all the artists last year that we're just about sold out, I would say, at this point, and able to make more booths and utilize the space as much as possible.
So when you say you're just about sold out, Mark, does that mean as far as the number of tattoo artists that can come in and participate?
No, that would be for booth space.
Okay.
At this point, we probably have about, it's hard to say for booth wise, because some of the artists coming bring, maybe 6 artists, so their booth is 10 by 40, but we have probably about 100 tattoo artists coming at this point, and lots of vendors and that kind of thing, and we're going to try to utilize the upstairs, like I said, to help bring in some of these farmer market items.
Were you surprised at the success of last year? Everybody that I spoke with said it was just such a great event and they really enjoyed it and we're already looking forward to this year. Did that shock you at all that you had such a good response?
So I've put on my daughter's birthday party that maybe had 20 people at it, so to put on an event that hosts this many people, and honestly, some of the artists that come, I look up to them, right? So to have that many artists come, have the feedback that we've had, and also as many, the volunteers that we had, just everybody involved, it made it such a huge success. I definitely couldn't have done it alone. So it was a great team effort by everybody. And I was blown away by how well it run. Like I said, I've only put on at my daughter's birthday party, which putting on something like this is a whole nother level. And there was no real big, hiccups along the way. I was really, really surprised and happy with, I guess you could say, the community, right, on how much they came, because without the community and people coming to the event, it's not really an event.
So for those who didn't attend last year's show and are thinking of coming to this one, Mark, what can someone expect when they walk into the Tattoo Expo?
We're open 3 days. So Friday it starts from 2 p.m. to midnight. Saturday is from 12 to 12. Sunday is from 11 to 6. If my hour's off, beg my pardon. But so when you do come, you can come in. You can either look for artists on our Facebook page and Instagram. We're constantly posting artists that are coming. So if you're looking for a tattoo and want to find someone that specializes in something, you can go onto our Facebook and then contact the artist directly and book an appointment. Or you can walk in and walk through. Lots of artists have flash and stuff like that for you to look at, and probably have time available. So when you come in, you can come and get a tattoo. You can come and see some of the tattoo competitions that we put on. we'll be doing funny games for, like gift cards and that kind of thing from businesses in the local community here. I'll be having drinks, there's food, entertainment, music, there's lots to see. So it's more than just tattooing, there's a lot going on.
At this point, Mark, do you need some more volunteers to help you out?
So this year, like, I don't think so. I think our volunteer basis is, I think everybody who volunteered had such an amazing time that they have no problem volunteering again, and already have added some volunteers on the list. So I don't think that's a huge thing at this point. Like, I would just, if people come, like, come to the show, check it out. That's what we need in order for it to be successful, and make sure that these artists want to come back.
If people are looking for information now or closer to the date of the actual show on artists who are attending and that sort of thing, what's the best place to find it all in one place?
So you can go to our website, and it's bordercitytattooexpo.com, and we have all the hours on there. We're advertising artists. Go to our Instagram, which is also Border City Tattoo Expo, and our Facebook page. All the information should be there for the hours, the artists, the times we're having the competitions and that kind of thing.
Okay, and just one more time too, Mark, can you give us the date and the location of the event?
So that's May 24th to 26th at the Lloydminster Civic Center in town here.
All right, Mark, well, thanks so much for joining me, and we wish you much success with this year. It sounds like it's going to be probably even more well attended than last year, so good luck with everything.
Perfect, thank you. Appreciate it.
It was an unexpected ride for some skiers and snowboarders at Whistler Blackcomb, getting stuck in the sky. According to resort officials, an electrical issue caused the Blackcomb gondola to stop just after 4 o'clock yesterday. The lower line stayed at a standstill for more than an hour. The upper line was stuck for more than 2 hours. There were no reported injuries. Officials say the gondola is undergoing a thorough examination before it reopens, and they're apologizing for the inconvenience.
Yeah, things like that makes me glad that I don't know how to ski and or snowboard. I'm not coordinated on the mountain, so yeah. I'll stay away from that. But that would put a damper in anybody's day getting stuck up there.
Yeah, I'd love to go up there for the view, but yeah, it's a little scary to think about getting stuck. That is all that we have for you this evening. Thanks so much for joining us, and have a good night.